I know. I know. The past few videos have been pretty history-focused, pretty religion-focused, right? And I know that there are a lot of you out there who want me to make a Transformers video, right? You want me to talk about Transformers. You want me to talk about the transitioned formers. But I don't know, I think I've said everything that there is to be said about the Transformers. What is there to say, really? You know, the lore's been thrown out since 2015. They've just been making a bunch of sort of self-contained stuff, and that's not really my cup of tea, my cup of joe, my cup of blood. That's not a phrase. But I know. I have to give the people what they want. I am a clown, like a jester in a medieval court. I have to go out and do my funny little dance, and then go home and sit in a depressed state. That's the life of a Transformers YouTuber. But, lucky you. I do actually have something that I want to talk about that revolves around Transformers. So, let's talk about Transformers. You can see yourself. You can see me inside of my own eyeballs. That's insane. This is Radixception. I hate my life. I know what you want me to talk about. There is something that's relevant to Transformers going on right now, right? You really want me to talk about that Transformers movie, right? You want me to talk about the Transformers movie. All right. Here it is. The video you've all been waiting for. Here is a video on Transformers: Age of Extinction. Why was Transformers: Age of Extinction called Transformers: Age of Extinction? I'm genuinely asking. Let's look at all the Transformers films, right? We have Transformers 2007, and it's called Transformers because there are Transformers in it. The sequel, or the squeakquel as I like to call it, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. It is called Revenge of the Fallen because the Fallen is trying to get his revenge. That's the whole crux of the movie. The third film is Transformers Dark of the Moon. Why is it called Dark of the Moon? Because what sets the plot in motion are things that are found, people that are found on the dark side of the moon. It also has an extra meaning of secrecy, right? And you have a whole secret plot of traitors, NASA hiring evil people. Who could have imagined that? Optimus keeping his plan secret from Sam. For no reason. So Dark of the Moon is called Dark of the Moon for a very deep reason. Then we have Transformers 4, and it's called Age of Extinction. Let's get back to that later. Transformers 5, The Last Knight. Optimus Prime is the last knight for some reason. There are knights. How was Optimus the last knight again? Like, there's obviously ones that are still alive. He might have been the latest one to be made a knight, because if you look at the Bayverse lore, the knights were kind of made during that sort of the Age of the 13. Optimus Prime doesn't join until much later, so maybe that's why he's the last knight. He's the last one to join the team. Then we also have Bumblebee. And Bumblebee is titled Bumblebee because, according to my sources, it's based on the DC Comics character Bumblebee. Which makes sense to me. Somebody told me that there was some sort of Transformers movie coming out called Rise of the Beast or something. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, so I'm not going to comment on that title. But why is Age of Extinction called Age of Extinction? An age is a long period of time. Extinction is death. Was there a long period of time of death in Transformers 4: The Age of Extinction, directed by Michael Bay and produced by Paramount Studios? I didn't see that. Please tell me it's not called Age of Extinction because there are Dinobots in it. And hey, Dinobots transform into dinosaurs, and dinosaurs died in a big extinction event. So let's reference the fact that there are dinosaurs. Let's reference the fact that for like 5 minutes in this film there are robots that turn into dinosaurs sometimes. They don't have any speaking lines, they're just kind of there roaring or whatever. They only show up at the very end, basically. You see a little bit of a dinosaur at the very beginning. But because of that, we get to call this entire movie, this really long movie. You know, I aged like 5 years in the theaters watching it. We have to call the entire movie Age of Extinction. There was no age, there was no extinction, there was no threat of extinction, really, was there? I guess was the plan to use the seed to cyberform Earth or something? I guess that would be an extinction. But I don't know why you would call it Age. Why wouldn't you call it Transformers Threat of Extinction? Transformers in the face of extinction. I don't know. There's got to be something better than Age, because Age implies a time frame. It's like how when Avengers made Age of Ultron, but instead it was like 3 days of Ultron, right? You don't get away with calling that an age. Or else I would say that I have lived ages, which it feels like that's true. Naming a film Age of Extinction purely because it has Dinobots in it for a little bit is just like how Transformers stop-motion YouTubers with like 20 subscribers title their stop-motions, right? They always call it Transformers Destruction, Transformers Ultimate Destiny, Transformers and the Trolley Problem, Transformers Conflagration, Transformers Federation. Anything that ends in Ation really is fair game with those people. Transformers Tribulation, Transformers Estimation, Transformers Destination, Transformers Staycation. Staycation's all I've ever wanted. Staycation had to get away. Staycation meant to be spent alone. You know the song. You know the old Bard's Tale. And of course, very rarely are those stop motions good. They put a lot of weird stuff in it. Remember how there was a stop motion YouTuber who, like, a few months ago or something, put in a scene where, like, RC gets raped for some reason? That was really weird to put in a stop motion series. I went off on a tangent. Why is Age of Extinction called Age of Extinction? Can you, my faithful audience who would never let me down and never not watch one of my videos, right? Can you give me an explanation as to why Age of Extinction is called Age of Extinction when the Dinobots are only in there for like 5 minutes, and 2, the threat of extinction from Lockdown's plan is not the same thing as an Age of Extinction? If you cannot give me a legitimate reason why Age of Extinction is called Age of Extinction, I want you to give me a better title, because it would be very easy to give a better title to that film. Transformers Age of a Movie because it felt like it lasted for like 15 hours.